Welcome back to the Working Better Together YouTube channel, and I am going to paint the floor in our 12 by 14 dry pour concrete storage building, and it's going to be 100 degrees today, so I better get to it. Hey bud, hey bud, hey buddy, hey bud, yeah. First thing I need to do is get this storage building cleaned out. I don't have a whole lot in here, just a couple ladders and some 2x6s I gotta get moved out, so it shouldn't take long. Well, I got everything cleaned out of the building. So now all I need to do is just take my backpack blower and blow the floor off, and we'll be ready to start throwing some paint down. Okay, I got the storage room cleaned out real nice. And I tell you, it's 9:30 right now, and the temperature is already at 89. And the dew points are a screaming 76, so it is brutal out here. The air is just totally saturated. Gonna be another hot and humid day, but we'll get down here and try to get this knocked out before it gets 100 degrees anyway. All right, let's see if we can make this look good. One of the reasons why I'm, okay, that answers my question right there. The reason why I'm wanting to paint this is this concrete's really porous. Doesn't have a machined finish to it. It's kind of like a broom finish. So it's really, really rough. And I wanted to get some kind of protection on top of it, because I'm going to have some kind of machinery in here, you know, lawnmowers, backpack blowers, weed eaters, and just all kind of stuff with engines. And I didn't want to get oil in the concrete, so I figured that, you know, if I put a coat of something on it to help fill in the gaps, it would be a whole lot easier to clean up. And I know I'm going to be tracking mud, stuff like that in there, so my main idea is just to get these porous areas filled in real nice where I can just wipe it up. Because if I don't, it's just going to go straight down into the concrete and I'll never get it cleaned up. So we'll see how this turns out. Not sure exactly how much this is going to take, but I imagine it's going to take most of this gallon. We'll find out here just in a second. Yeah, it's gonna take a bunch. I think this is going to help me keep the floors clean in here because I just hate dirty floors. I don't know about the rest of you, but I like my floors to be clean. And I know all the dry pour concrete haters out there, and trust me, I have 500,000 of them. I think that video that I did pouring this slab, the long version, I think he's got about 250,000, and then the short that I have on it is 300 and some thousand. So, and probably 90% of the people hated it. Said it wouldn't last, said it would crack, said it would wither away, buckle and turn to dust and blow away after the first year, is what everybody said. Well, this is about 1.5 years old now, and last year we had one of the coldest winters that we've had in a long time, which around here is really not cold to some people, but it did get down to 2 degrees one morning. We had a bunch of days where it was in the low teens for about a week. The ground was just totally frozen. You could walk out here in the gravel, and the gravel was standing up 1 inch. So, I mean, it did get cold, but the concrete did not crack, still hadn't cracked. I'm not saying that it won't. I imagine it will at some point. I mean, I've got wet pour concrete at my house. That concrete cracked the first month. So, but I mean, dry pour is not for every application, and this, there's not going to be any structural weight on it. It's more or less just going to be foot traffic. Handiest thing probably in here will probably be a generator, push mower. Yeah, nothing real heavy. So we'll see how it turns out. But everybody's going to say, well, you're painting it so you can hide the cracks. No, the paint's going to show the cracks. So we shall see. Well, the 1 gallon of paint went to right here, so I'm going to have to run back to town and get another gallon. I'll touch this little spot up, let it dry, and then I'm going to put a second coat on it. But in the meantime, while this is drying, I'm going to go feed the deer. It's time for them to have their weekly snack. Gotta watch out for rattlesnakes, because they are in here. Big ones too. And I'm walking in all this grass, and there's probably a 5% chance I'm going to see them. I threw some corn out last week, and you see that it's all gone. I'll go over here and put my trail camera up. See if we can't see what kind of bucks are coming in here. If you look over there towards the four-wheeler, you can see the blind. I got it camouflaged in pretty good. Can't even see the blind. And that's what you want, because these deer up here, if they see that blind, they will go berserk. Got a little bitty hole in there where you can see out of. Right there. Yeah, this is a nice spot. Okay, this thing's drying pretty good right now, so I'm gonna go run and get another gallon of paint and get back here and finish this thing up. All right, I've got the other gallon of paint, so I'm just going to do this one little section right here where I ran out, and I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'll put a second coat on. Well, I've got the second coat on it now, so it's covered really nice, and it is drying. So that's going to be about it. It took two whole gallons. I put it on pretty thick on the last one, so hopefully that'll help protect it from stains, oil stains, and dirt. Something that I can clean up, mop up on the floor, just to keep it looking nice. Well, I'm inside the tractor shed. I had to get out of that heat. It's about 12:30, and the heat index is about 111, temperature is about 96, which is really muggy, with the dew points probably around 74, 75. So it's really hard to be outside getting anything done. You just sweat. I've already been through two sets of clothes today. So I think I'm gonna go inside and take a shower and get cooled off, get something to eat, and just relax for the rest of the day and let this paint on this floor dry. And I'll be back this afternoon to check it and see how it's looking. But if you like this kind of content, any kind of content where we're doing home projects, because we're doing a lot of home projects, we've got a lot coming up, a lot of videos coming out soon, and this weekend I think we're going to go to the mountains and do some backpacking and some camping and try to get away from all this heat. But it is supposed to be cooler here this weekend, which means it's going to be even cooler in the mountains. I think I looked at the forecast, and I think some of the lows are supposed to be down in the 40s, low 40s, so that's really going to feel good considering we've been sitting out here in the 100 degrees for the last 3 or 4 days. But if you like that kind of content, please consider subscribing to our channel. We would really appreciate it, and we will catch you on the next one.